Well, hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be time for Woolly Hat's Wednesday WIP. And you join me here on a rather misty day, but the birds are out feeding in the garden. And yesterday we had ducks. We had 3 ducks, 2 males and a female. And they came last year. Well, we think it's the same ducks, so hopefully they will sort of have a little play and then go away, because I don't really fancy having ducklings in the garden. Anyway, however, what have I been up to in my knitting and crochet projects? Well, I started the Granny Square course last week, and we had great fun doing that. This week I've been preparing, and we're doing looking at 2 new squares. One is this one, which I call the cartwheel, because it has little things there, so it's making chain spaces with trebles and chains, and using double trebles to make the corners, so that's going from circle to square. And then this one we're going to start looking at texture stitches. So this is a little puff stitch, and this one is a popcorn stitch, which is, I quite like the popcorn stitch, all based on sort of trebles and things. So we'll be having a look at that tomorrow in class. And I have the cake in the oven. What else? Yes, I have the sock school workshop on Saturday, so it means I've had a chance to have a little rummage in my sock wool box and picking out some things to show people. So I found this. This is sparkly. I don't know whether you can see that sparkly sock wool. It's Coastal Colours, who are based in Fleetwood, and they go to a lot of shows. They go to Port Sunlight, the pop-up show. So this is 75% merino, 20% nylon, and 5% silver sparkle. How can you not like the idea of wearing 5% silver sparkle? Yet to think what to do with that one. Also found this lovely combination of oranges and purples and things like that. Reminds me of the poem that says, "When I get old, I'm going to wear purple." I think there's more to that, and it involves spitting in the street, but I won't do that now. So yes, and then there's West Yorkshire Spinners. Some of my favourite sock yarn is Blueface Leicester, which is a nice soft but tough wool for socks, and the great thing about West Yorkshire Spinners is that they champion British wool. So they're 75% wool, 25% nylon, because you need that for socks so that it doesn't wear away. But it is British wool, so I'm wearing British wool on my British socks. That'll be good. What I'm also doing is I'm preparing to show how, because there's lots of different ways of knitting socks. There's double pointed needles, but there's also the magic ring loop method like this. So I've started knitting that on there. So this wool, which goes nicely with my dingle tweed jumper, is the Yarn Badger. The Yarn Badger, again, another favourite of mine. This is merino and nylon, but she does some fantastic, this is all self-striping wool, so I'm not changing colour. So it's all in this magic little ball here. So it's lovely and soft and lovely to knit with. It really is nice. I've knitted several socks for both me and Mr. W in here with this kind of wool, so it is lovely. You might remember I knitted 2 very stripy, orangey and purpley socks last year when we went to Spain on the train. So that was Yarn Badger. So she has some fantastic stuff. So if you manage to see it either online or at a show, then have a look at it. And the nice thing is to squidge it, because you can feel how soft it is. So the other thing that I'm doing to prepare for sock wool is we're actually not going to knit a whole adult sock in 4 or 5 hours, which would be a big ask. I did knit a pair of socks going to Costa Rica and back again, but that's a different story. But we're going to have a go at knitting a little diddy sock. So this is using, an adult sock has 60 stitches usually in 4-ply. This has 40, and I thought we could have a little go at that, and learn all the different techniques: the cuff, the heel flap, turning the heel, shaping the gusset, which I think is a terrible term. There must be another term for that, I don't know. And then grafting the toes as well with the Kitchener stitch. So I'm looking forward to that, because we've got 9 people there, so I've been buying sock wool and needles as well. So it's all very, very exciting. And the days are getting longer. We had a bit of sunshine over the weekend. We went to Mid Wales and went to a mountain in the snow on Sunday. And we were quite knackered after that. It wasn't a big walk, but because it was snowy, we got quite worn out. So we snuggled in front of the fire with hot water bottles and recuperated. So that was me this week, and I hope you're having a fantastic week. As you can tell, I've got a busy week with all my classes and my workshop, and I will see you next week and tell you all about it. Bye for now.